Hey everyone, it's Jenny and welcome back to my channel. This story ain't over. So today we are at last in October, my birthday month and probably my favorite time of the year. And so today I'm going to tell you all the books that I'm planning to read in October. And most of these are like spooky books and fall reads that are just perfect for this month and just like the perfect types of books that I want to read. But before we get into the books that I'm currently reading and hoping to read in October, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Book of the Month. So as you guys know, I've done a bunch of videos about Book of the Month before, but they are a super popular and fast-growing online book service for readers. The way it works is that their team vets hundreds of new releases each month and curates a selection of books for you to pick from to get in your wonderful blue box every month. And you can also have the option of like adding on certain books if you would like to, but there's like a main selection of about 5 books. And this way you spend less time searching for the next book to read and just picking one from their list. One of the things that I love about Book of the Month is that they have a really awesome skip policy. So if ever there's a month where you don't like any of these selections, you can just choose to skip that month without getting charged and just continue on the next month. And not only that, they have the best price for new release hardcover adult fiction. You can get your first box for only $9.99 if you use my code STORY and you use the link in my description. So yeah, I think Book of the Month is an awesome service and just like has some really great selections of books. And I'm going to tell you about the ones that they have for October. So the first book is Colson Whitehead's new book, Harlem Shuffle. And as the description says, it is a novel of heists, shakedowns, and ripoffs set in Harlem in the 1960s. I've never read a Colson Whitehead book, so I'm really excited about this one. The next one is The Perishing by Natasha Dion. And I'm super excited for this one because as the sort of pitch line says, it's about a Black immortal in 1930s Los Angeles seeking to recover the memory of her past in this visionary novel from NAACP Image Award nominee Natasha Dion, which super exciting. Cannot wait for this. After that, we have the super adorable The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and this seems to be like a romance with witches involved. Next, we have a thriller called Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. And finally, we have a historical fiction by Amor Towles, and this is called The Lincoln Highway, and it's set in 1950s America. And then Book of the Month was really kind enough to send a couple of their add-on books as well that you can, choose to add on to your subscription this month. So the first is Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moriarty, and I have heard so many great things about her books, so I'm really interested to check this one out. And then I also have The Book of Magic by Alice Hoffman, and this is about a cursed family, which seems super, super interesting. But yeah, overall, all the books sound so exciting, and I definitely think I might pick up the Colson Whitehead book or The Perishing for October this month because they just seem super cool. But you guys should definitely go check out Book of the Month. It is only $9.99 for your first box if you use my code STORY, and it just really helps my channel out if you guys do use that code to support me. All right, but now let's get into the actual TBR for this month. So the first book that I have is The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova, and I'm actually in the middle of reading this one. I'm not very far in, I'm like close to the beginning, but I'm listening to the audiobook and it is going fantastic. I am just in love with it, and you'll probably see this in like one of my weekly reading vlogs, but it's going fantastic. This one is sort of like a magical realism, sort of magical story of this woman called Orquídea Divina, and she has had a long life and multiple husbands and multiple descendants, and sort of the inciting incident of this novel is her calling her descendants to come back to her home in Four Rivers and collect their inheritance. So she basically just like writes them a letter and is like, I'm dying, come collect your inheritance. And you're finding that there's a lot of like drama and, history with this family, the Montoyas. I'm just super, super interested by it. Like already it's just like pulled me in. It's giving me slightly, the Haunting of Hill House vibes just because of like the big family. Not that it has like a haunted house thing to it, but just like the family vibe and like, all the tensions between them. That is what it's reminding me of. So yeah, I'm just really excited for this one, and I'm finding that I like these sort of stories. So I'm hoping to pick up more like this. All right, next we have the anticipated release that I was talking about, and that is Steel Striker by Marie Lu. So this is the sequel to Sky Hunter by Marie Lu, which is her new like dystopian series or duology. I believe it's a duology. I don't think there's another book after this one. one. But yeah, this is the sequel to Sky Hunter, and I absolutely love that book. Like, it was just so well done, and I just really felt for like all of the characters and really wanted to see them succeed and, you know, do well. So I am excited to see where it's gonna go in this one, because there were a lot of like plot twists towards the end of Sky Hunter. So I really want to know how it's all gonna end, and as you guys know, I love Marie Lu's books, so this one is no different. Okay, next is one that you guys kept commenting about on my recent book haul, which was really exciting for me because I'm like, okay, yes, this one's gonna be fun to read. And that book is Verity by Colleen Hoover. So I was talking about how I've read all of Colleen Hoover's books before, but this is like her thriller, and it's been really popular on TikTok and everything, so I was just sort of like convinced to buy it, even though I haven't read one of her books in a while, and I wasn't actually sure if I would like it because it is like a bit different from her other books. But a lot of you said that it was fantastic, that you loved it, it's probably one of your favorites of hers, and I was like, okay, I need to read this now. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping to pick this one up this month, and I will hopefully be vlogging it as well. I like that it's a thriller, so it's like nice for this time of year. And I'm also just like so intrigued by the fact that so many people love this. So gonna see if it lives up to the hype. I honestly don't know anything about this aside from the fact that it's like a thriller, and it follows a struggling writer who is the main character, Lauren. So that's about all I know. I'm excited to find out what it's about. Okay, the next book that I'm hoping to pick up is another one that you guys were really excited to hear my thoughts about, and that is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I first heard about this one from Kayla's channel, Books and Lala, and I've just been meaning to read it for ages, and so I've been saving it until this time of year, until October, because it's just the perfect time of year for sort of like a spooky murder mystery type situation with vampires. I don't even know if there's actual vampires in this book, but just like the hint of vampires is also cool. But basically this follows like a book club of like women in this like small town who, you know, don't have much excitement in their life, and so they have this book club and they read true crime novels and that sort of thing. But when a mysterious man sort of visits their town, the main character who like leads this book club, I think, she starts to get entranced by him, and then is starting to realize that he may have a hand in the missing children around town, which seems very interesting. So I'm excited for this one. I know a lot of people love this one, but I did hear a few of you say that you didn't like it. So I'm curious to hear more thoughts. Let me know down below. Okay, I have another anticipated release, which I just forgot until this very moment. And that book is White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Y'all, I'm so excited for this one because I love Tiffany D. Jackson's books. She writes a lot of like sort of thrilling contemporaries, so YA contemporaries, that have like a thriller edge to them and like really crazy plot twists by the end. And so I am sure that this one's gonna be no different, but this one is a little bit more of a horror novel. It is a haunted house story from what I can tell. And I think the main character is like moving to this new place and then they end up in this house. And I am super excited for this one. Like, just so excited because I love haunted house stories. Like I love The Haunting of Hill House. I also loved White is for Witching by Helen Oyeyemi. It's a really great novel if you're looking for a haunted house horror novel. And so I'm super excited because this is like a mashup of like, you know, something I love with also like an author that I love. So I have high hopes for it. I think it's going to be a great read, especially for like the week of Halloween. So this is probably the one I will pick up for like that week. I cannot wait for it. All right, this next one is one that you guys also said you really enjoyed on my last haul, and that is The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. I am so excited to pick this one up because I've been hearing about it for like the past year, I think. It was on my wish list at the beginning of this year, and then I decided to buy it because it seemed like the perfect read for this time of year. Basically, this one is set in a like puritanical society, and the main character's mother and father were like an interracial romance and like couple, and so they faced a lot of like prejudice because of that. And so the main character's like parents aren't alive anymore, I think, but when she sort of stumbles into the dark wood and encounters some witches who have letters from her mother, she starts to get wrapped up in this whole situation and is starting to realize that like the protocols in her town and like her society may not be for the best, and that the witches might have something good to them. And I'm just really excited for this. It seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I just love the whole, you know, puritanical society idea and like the witches, like we're just getting into it. And I'm just super excited for it. But if anyone has more thoughts on it, let me know down below. All right, and then the final book that I'm hoping to pick up in October is by an author that I recently read a book from and really, really loved, and that is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. So some of you may know that last month in September, I read The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I absolutely loved it. Like, it was like a 10 out of 10 read, like one of my favorites from this year. So I have high hopes now for Mexican Gothic because I know a lot of people love this one as well. I know it is more of like a gothic horror, which is the type of horror that I love. And I do think it's like a nice one to read for like the beginning of October to just like, you know, slowly ease into all the creepy reads. So I think I'm probably going to be reading this one and Orquídea Divina during like the first week of October, first week and a half, and getting through those in the same reading vlogs. So if you're looking forward to hearing my thoughts on either of them, I would definitely subscribe and, you know, turn on notifications so you can find out when that reading vlog goes live. All right, but those are all the books that I'm hoping to read in October. I feel like I ran through those pretty quickly, but I am just so excited for all of them and hoping to like give you more thoughts on each of them in some upcoming weekly reading vlogs. So yeah, I'm hoping to like pair up a couple each week and read them in a vlog. So The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina and Mexican Gothic will probably be in one. Year of the Witching and White Smoke will probably be in one at the end of October, and then the others will sort of slot in between. But yeah, really excited for like this month of spooky reads and just like this time of year. Let me know what you guys are reading for this month and what spooky reads you're picking up, or if you're the type of person who like hates spooky reads in this time of year, let me know what you're reading. Regardless, I would love to hear from you guys. All right, but before we get to the end of this video, I did want to make a small little announcement. So you guys have been supporting me for so many years now and just like being so wonderful for all the time that I've been just like talking about my favorite books on the internet and just sharing my love of books on the internet, and I've been so grateful for that. But recently I've been wanting to make a lot more like extra content and sort of in-depth content, more reading vlogs with more spoilers and, you know, more discussion-y type videos. And I feel like some of those are just not ones that will do as well on YouTube because, you know, most of you just may not be interested in that, which is totally fine. But for those of you who are, I'm hoping to create a little space where you can get access to that kind of content. So I am launching a Patreon for my channel. So Patreon is basically this wonderful online service where you can go and sign up for a specific creator's membership and pay a monthly subscription and get access to a bunch of extra content and like perks that the creator has set up. And the way that a lot of creators set up their subscription is that there are different tiers. So based on how much you are paying each month, you will get access to less or more things. So I've set up one such Patreon, but I do want to preface this first by saying that this doesn't change anything on my, you know, regular channel. You're still gonna get the same content here that you have always gotten. You know, you're still gonna get my TBRs and my wrap-ups, and you're still gonna get all of my excitement about the different books that I'm excited for and all of my recommendation videos. But I think for those of you who are interested in, you know, extra stuff and interested in, you know, the content that I wouldn't regularly post because I know it won't do well on the YouTube algorithm, you'll get access to all of that if you are interested in supporting me in another way. And this also just helps me, you know, bring you more content on the regular and have to take less sponsorships if you are annoyed with those. So overall, I think it's just like a win-win situation for even those of you who don't end up, you know, signing up for Patreon. You'll still get the same content on this channel. So I want to tell you a little bit about the 3 tiers that I have as well. And you will notice that there is a little bit of a theme here because I'm a major Sailor Moon fan. So the first tier is the Usagi tier, which is the main character's name in Sailor Moon. And so this tier, you get access to my Patreon exclusive feed, which will include like daily reading updates and like journal updates and just like life updates, that sort of thing. And then you'll also get early access to at least 2 of my YouTube videos each month. So it'll probably be more than that, but you'll at least get early access to 2. And then you'll also get some extended cuts of my videos, whether they're like reading vlogs or like maybe wrap-ups. You'll get like the extra spoilery bits that I know don't really do well in terms of views, but you'll get to see them because you'll be one of my patrons. The next tier up from there is the Moon tier, and so this one has all the benefits of the previous tier, which is the Usagi tier, so all of that extra content and exclusive access, but this one comes with a monthly book club buddy read. So each month I'll give you guys the option of a couple books that I'm hoping to read that month, and you'll get to vote on which book you want me to read, and then you'll get to read that book with me throughout the month. And then at the end of the month, I'll have a exclusive live stream for the patrons who are Moon tier and above, so that you can, you know, discuss the book with me and chat with me, and it'll just be like a fun little hangout time. And then finally, the Moon tier will also come with the added benefit of a Patreon only Discord group chat server thing. So I am new to Discord, but I'm learning a lot, and I love that you can create like sort of a little closed community where you can chat about, you know, specific interests. And so the hope is that with this monthly book club, you'll also have the space to discuss the book with other people who, you know, are fans of my channel and who probably like similar books to you as well. And so it'll be this added element of community. And I'm also hoping to set it up so that there will be like different channels, so that like if you're at a certain point in the book, you can like be in that channel and discussing there and not get spoiled for like the rest of the book as well. All right, and then finally we have the Serenity tier. So this is the highest tier on my Patreon, and it comes with some extra added benefits. So this one you get all of the benefits of the previous tiers, so the Usagi and Moon tiers, so the monthly book club and the exclusive access and, you know, extended cuts and all that. But on top of that, you will also get one extra live stream or video. So it'll either be a video that I pre-film for you guys, whether it's like a reading vlog or a writing vlog or like, you know, a day in the life type thing, or it'll be like some sort of live stream. We might have like a movie night or like some sort of like fun socially event that you can partake in, and I'll be there, and other people in the Patreon will also be there as well. Not only that, you'll also get a shout out on screen at the end of my videos for being one of my Serenity tier patrons. So yeah, at the end of a video, you'll get to see your name on like a screen of all of my Serenity patrons, which I think is a lot of fun. And, you know, you'll get to be a part of the video, like the finished product, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, those are the three tiers, the Usagi, Moon, and Serenity tiers. And I think there's like a lot of just fun stuff that I'll get to do and that you guys will get to do. And we can just like create this nice fun little community as well for those of you who are looking for something extra from me and who have, you know, enjoyed watching me these past few years. I really appreciate all of you and all that you have done for my life and, you know, giving me the space to just talk on the internet. So I'm really excited about this, and I would love to hear from you guys if you are hoping to sign up. I will leave the link for the Patreon down below so that you guys can go join. But with all that said, if you sign up right now, you won't get charged until November 1st. So I'm not starting the Patreon until November. So we won't like do a buddy read until November. That's when we'll start. But for now, I'm just having people sign up, and then we'll get started and get cooking, and you'll get access to all these fun things. And one of those things will be the extended spoilery reading vlog for The Bronze Beast, which was one of the books that I read in September and is the conclusion to the Gilded Wolves series, which I absolutely love. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, definitely sign up for my Patreon and you'll get to see that extended cut. All right, but with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited for all the books on this TBR and, you know, all of these spooky books that are just perfect for this time of the year. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if you guys have read any of these books or are planning to, because I would love to hear your thoughts. And definitely don't forget to check out Book of the Month with the link in my description to get your first box for only $9.99. As always, you can check out my Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and TikTok in the description down below, and I will see you in my next video. So please remember that this story ain't over. Bye!